If you wait too long, it'll cut off. So apply the brake, just load it, and here we go. Area 92. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, keeping yourself safe and keeping your family safe. Today we're going to be talking about my 2018 Dodge Charger. We're going to give you guys a review of everything about the car. So here we go. Alright guys, we're going to start with the brakes. I have the 6-piston Brembos in the front and the 4 pistons in the back. I love these brakes because they stop the car with ease. What I didn't like about the brakes at first were the OEM brake pads. There was a lot of dust on the rails, which a lot of people had to complain about, and it was just terrible, especially with the black rims. Or if you had any rims on your car, the brake dust would just destroy the front of them if you didn't clean them every other day. So I updated my brake pads to the carbon ceramic power stop brake pads, and I have little to no dust, even on heavy days. And when I say heavy days, man, when I'm doing a lot of braking, it's nearly not like maybe a third of what I used to get on a daily basis in over a week. So they're very effective in that aspect of stopping. And with the new brake pads, they just work a lot better. They keep the rims cleaner a lot longer. Also had my rims ceramic coated recently. I did that. They're holding up pretty well as well, so it makes it even easier to clean brake dust that gets on the rim. And we're going to move to the engine bay. Alright guys, so we're in the engine bay. I like the 392. It's a great daily driver. I also upgraded the cold air intake with a leg maker cold air intake front fender pull. I upgraded to Billet Technologies oil catch can, as well as a Drake strut tire brace, and I also got the optional brake boost cover. So I'll give you a close-up of this stuff, and then we'll go to the interior. Alright guys, so now we're in the interior of the car. I'm showing you this angle right quick just to show you the doors. So what I like and don't like about these doors is this textured finish. It's like elephant skin or whatever. And then you have the leather, then you have this nice smooth leather right here on the handle, which they upgraded in the 2020s. But I've been hearing some not so good comments about that as well. Something about it being a little bit sticky. But with these, I just hate it because when you go to clean them, they tend to not scar, but it just, you can actually see where you've cleaned it at. Even after a few days, it still stays there. Also, some of the chrome accents they gave the black door, I don't get it when they made these parts blacked out. So that's my dislikes about the door. The likes about the door are the leather finish armrest on the side, as well as the leather finish here. This feels good, it's nice. I like the matching stitch they have here. They also have in the seats, which is what I'm going to show you next. Like I said, I wish they had made these black. It just looks smoother. I mean, they made everything else black except this chrome around this and the chrome handle. This for some reason was already black. I didn't touch this. I don't know why they didn't finish these inserts and the handles in this same black, if anything. But that's my likes and dislikes about the doors. As far as the interior goes, the interior is very comfortable. I love the finish of the steering wheel. It's leather, full leather. And then once again, they did the same thing on the steering wheel with the centerpiece being silver. I just don't like that. I don't get it. Everything else in the car, there's minimal chrome accents, and they, in my opinion, shouldn't have added chrome to the Scat Pack or to the Dodge Daytona 392s, specifically because the black would just be better, in my opinion. The black inserts would be a lot better for the interior. It would make it look more sinister but sleek at the same time. It will let you enjoy the car more and appreciate it more, because it shows that they would have put more detail into the small things in this car. If you can see here on the floor, I have my Lush Whip mats. I got these because I didn't want to damage the carpet. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I hate dirt in the carpet. So with these, that stops all the dirt and liquids from getting into the carpet. Which, when I say liquids, I'm like when it's rainy days, stuff like that. Not pouring a bottle of water in here and hoping this holds it, but it stops that stuff. And so with that, that's my likes and dislikes about the interior. What we're gonna show you guys next is gonna. All right, guys. So this is the rear door. What I don't like about this door is that it's a full-size sedan, but it feels like it's a mid-size rear door. Like, the car is huge, but the back seat, in my opinion, could have been a little bit bigger, a little bit more leg room, stuff like that. I'm 6'2", I can fit back here, but it's not as comfortable as it is in some of the nicer full-size sedans. Mercedes, just picking them out just because their cars are built for 4 full-size adults to be in 4 seats, whereas in the Charger, not so much. So as you can see, I can fit in here, but it is not comfortable as it would be if there was more legroom. Now, flip around the camera. All right, guys, so this is me in the back seat with my seat setting up front and closing the door. It's barely enough wiggle room for my leg. It's not pent, even though it looks like it's pent against the door and the seat in the video. It's not. It's just barely loose. So, like I said, like, I'm a full-size adult. So in the back seat, you see where my knee is in the middle here. If there's somebody on the other side, we'd be very close. Be hitting the, we're definitely inside of the personal space boundaries. So I like the seat. I like the comfortability of the seat. I do not like the legroom that it provides. If someone my same size was sitting in the front seat, now my wife sitting in the front seat, then yeah, this seat has a lot of room in the back because the driver is under 5'7". But most people, that's not the issue. And also, I'm usually driving my car. Matter of fact, I 100% drive my car. Whenever my wife does get in my car, she always sits in the passenger seat. She does not want to drive my car. So with that being said, the back seat's all right. But just in my opinion, it's a little tight. But all right, now we're gonna hop into the trunk and see how the space is with that, as well as go on to the test drive. So here we go. All right, guys, so as you can see, the trunk is big enough to fit a lot of stuff in. I'm gonna show you guys a quick picture of our baby shower me and my wife had a year ago, and we took the Charger down to Jacksonville, and we got so many baby gifts for the baby. It all fit in the trunk. So I'm gonna show you a picture of that right now. As it's rolling through, you can see just how much stuff is in the trunk. And just so you know, it like, as you can see, it goes back there. Seats were not folded down. There was no rear seats folded or anything like that. Luckily, everything fit in the trunk. And so that's my likes. I don't have any dislikes about the trunk at all. It's perfect. To me, the Charger is the best of both worlds. So if you want to still, you know, have that power, sports car power with sedan space. So here's the trunk, as you can see. Very spacious. Goes all the way back down in here. And now we're gonna go a little bit deeper into the trunk and show you guys what Dodge did. Well, I actually take that back. I do have one dislike. I wish I had a spare tire. I don't. Instead, Dodge gives you this. Give you a pump for fix a flat, anything like that. I do like the fact that you do have a pump, so if you guys want to go to the track, anything like that, you can let the tire pressure out the tires and you can pump them back up when you're ready to get back on the road and go home. That's my semi dislike about the trunk. It doesn't come with a spare tire. So that's that. All right, guys. So one last thing that I like about the tail of the trunk of the car, and what I don't like about it, which is why I've had it, this is the tail lights. So as you guys know, the Charger has become a police vehicle. It has been for a couple of years now. And when you're driving, sometimes people think you're the police. I mean, my car is in the color of a police car, at least in this area. I'm not sure if there are any octane red police departments in the country, or they run the maroon color, whatever you want to call it. So with this, I tried to change my rear end enough to where people don't think that I'm the police when they're coming up behind me. And I gotta say, it's working. Also have a third light right here. So it lights up. It's like a DRL. It's like a running tail light at nighttime, and it blinks when I stop. Reverse lights, everything works on it. So that's one thing I did to the rear end to change it from, you know, just looking like a cop. Isn't a bad thing. It's just some people, when I first got my car, they thought I was an undercover cop and all this other stuff. So that's what I didn't like about the car, but I changed it, and now I love the rear end of the car. So here we go on the test drive now. It's my 2018 Dodge Daytona 292. So here we go. First thing I like to speak about on this car is the infotainment center and how many apps it has. It makes driving just that more amazing. You can set up anything from your music, how you want your music. You have different options from USB, the auxiliary cord, and Bluetooth. I noticed with this one, you get more, if not more, you get the same sound, whether it's Bluetooth or aux for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just the Harman Kardon system or what, but before you had to usually like just plug in your phone with an aux cord, you get, you know, better bass and what have you. With this, I've noticed the same level of bass, with it being Bluetooth or auxiliary. Also, speaking about the system, the Harman Kardon system is amazing. I love it. It sounds awesome. There's 19 speakers surround sound, so you can take that for what it is. It's amazing. I wish I had a different angle to show you guys, but I don't. I only have one camera currently that I'm recording this with, so I'll do my best when we get to a safe area to show you guys the launch control and how that works, and also give you guys a visual look of the Uconnect infotainment center and the Dodge Charger. It's amazing. It's a 8.5 inch screen, I believe, and you have a plethora of options from comfort to, in this model, you got AC seats and heated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel, and you know, the regular options for your legs and the front vents to work and defrost and all that stuff, so on and so forth. There's dual climate as well that comes in a Dodge Charger. In this setup, I'm pretty sure the Scat Packs have the same option. as well as the 5.7s and the V6s, the SXTs. So that's a lot. I'm gonna show you guys when we have time to set up a different camera angle. And I'm gonna show you guys also the performance pages. Performance pages are amazing. They got the live dyno on here, active dyno, whatever you want to call that page, and it's amazing. You go from, you got 4 different drive modes. You have your race options. That's also where the launch control setup is, and you have just other ways you can read the information on the screen. You can tell from your air temperature, your air intake is getting, to your oil pressure, the RPMs from each shift, all that kind of stuff, all right here in front of you. I kind of wish they had that option in the center of the screen, which they have other stuff in the center of the dash screen. They also have a lot of screens. They have 10 screens on there you can flip through, from air pressure, and it has like performance settings where you can see 0 to 60, stuff like that, but they do not show the dyno information right there. It's only in the infotainment center. And there's multiple options to look at your power, torque, and your shifting, and then also your PSI, your active, your oil PSI, your active horsepower, the current horsepower you're using through the gears, stuff like that. So it's very detailed in how you are driving, and it shows you a lot of information that some people want to know. Other people, that might not be their thing. They just probably want to just hit the gas and go. And they just want to feel the car. You also get that in this car as well. The ride, to me, is amazing. I like it. It's fun to drive. I mean, I got this car in 2018, and I currently have 45,516 miles on this car. So I've had it on long road trips, no discomfort at all. Driving, everything. I've never really had a quote-unquote gas-saving car, so I don't know if it's a big deal to people having to fill up like once after you've already filled up, having to fill up again to go from drive, I think 8 hours plus. So on a full tank, you get a little over 4 hours, 4.5 hours, maybe even 5 with conservative driving. And I say that because I've driven to Orlando from Savannah, driven to South Florida from Savannah, Atlanta. I get a full tank going to Atlanta. I can go straight to Atlanta. I don't have to stop, and that's 4 hours. So it's all on how you drive. So I can drive there, drive around, and I'm good on that same tank of gas. Then fill up, drive right back, not to stop. So the gas issue is not an issue for me, just comfort of the seats. So long drives, these seats are very comfortable. I've even been told by people that own Scat Packs and Hellcats that these seats just feel different. I don't know if it's something with the Daytona seats or not. They have a little bit more bolstering on the side or what, but they feel comfortable to everybody. So the ride is very comfortable. The suspension on the Daytona 392s is that of, I believe, the SRTs. It's just not adjustable. So it has a stiffer ride, but I've had, like I said, I have people that drive other cars as well. When they've driven my car, they are surprised on how comfortable it is and how smooth it rides. So only complaint, if any, would be probably the exhaust sound, but me personally, I don't have an issue with that. So with the controls, they're very straightforward. I mean, you got your cruise control button, you can cancel, you can set, you could speed up, slow down, hit resume, all that stuff while you're driving, and those are all on the right side of the steering wheel. The left side of the steering wheel has your options for controlling the center of the dash, so you can go from looking at your miles per hour to vehicle info, you can check the tire pressure, coolant temperature, trans temp, oil pressure, oil life, your battery voltage, your intake air temperature, your engine torque, and your engine horsepower. So, and that's just on the second tab. It has 10 tabs. The 10th tab is the one where you can literally run a diagnostic test on your car while you're driving. So that's another cool thing about this car. It doesn't have to be sitting still or parked or in the run mode but not running to do a diagnostic check on your car. If you feel at any point in time something's wrong with your car, you run that check and it'll tell you if something is wrong. If it isn't, then nothing's wrong. You can also check your... All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to put some space on my phone. And also, so I'm also doing some rolling shots while we're doing this. So just try to get a lot of stuff done in as much time as I can, because you got to get videos when you can get videos. It checks a lot of boxes for me. Comfortability, speed, luxury, trunk space, cargo space, whatever you want to call it. That all fits in great for what my needs are with my vehicle. Amongst the controls and all the creature features this car has, as you guys know, it also has a lot of power. For a sedan, they have 485 horsepower. These cars, like I said, have a lot of power, and it's very easy to do 100 miles an hour in this car. If you're cruising, you can creep up there and not even notice it, and you don't want to have to pay for a speeding ticket just enjoying your car. So people do that, set cruise control, and they're good. But with that setting, like I said, with that feature, this has cruise control as well, but it doesn't have that feature. And if you do have that feature, you don't know it. Underneath the cruise controls on the right side of the steering wheel, there's 3 buttons. If you have those 3 buttons, you have that feature. I know some people don't know a lot about their cars. They just get in their car and they go. There's a lot of hidden features on some of the cars that people don't know about, just because they buy a car to get in and drive it to point A, from point A to point B. Infotainment Center, if you go to your apps and you go to Travel Link, that will show you a lot of things, from movie listings, if you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night, Friday night, or Tuesday night, whatever, and you want, sporting events, weather, the maps, they let you know all kind of stuff like that. Also, fuel prices. You can set your prices to where, and this you're gonna have it set to premium, because these take premium. You can hit the button, fuel prices, and you can see all the gas prices in your area where you're at. If you're not in a familiar area and you need gas, you can hit that button. It will pop up and show you gas stations that sell premium, and they have what you need. So, but then too, if you want to look for a certain gas price, it also shows updated prices as well. Updated gas prices. Charger fits a lot of different needs for a lot of different people. That's why I like it. It's very practical, but impractical. Like, the power in these things are crazy. Like, you can get an SXT charger and have all these exact same features without the power. Now, some people want that, The charger itself is just, the lines are amazing, the styling is great, and you can get these things decked out. You can even get it with a 717 horsepower Hellcat engine, which is just mind-blowing. But it's one of those things where you get all of that, and you you have all those features and you can just do it. Like, it's, I want to hit one. And if you drive it like you're supposed to, you get a lot of miles per gallon is what I like to say. So now we're coming up to an area where we're going to be able to show you guys launch control, and I'll be able to change the angle of the camera and hopefully be able to show you guys the launch control and some of the other features of the car when we come to a stop. And right before we do our launch control, I'll give you guys a quick overview of the Uconnect controls and the system itself. Then we'll end with the launch control and I'll walk around the car. So I'll be right back when we stop. Later. All right, guys, so this is our overview of the Uconnect system. So like I was saying, you got TravelLink here, your fuel prices. If you're not familiar with the area, it shows you all the gas stations, the distance, and the prices they have for premium, regular, whatever you have it. But like I said, if you have a 392, you're gonna be set on premium. This shows the last date they were updated as well. So these are active prices. You can hit data refresh if there's refresh you want to do if the dates look too old. Here you can see I got mine set to premium. So that's how the fuel prices are. It loads up any local movie theaters in the area. If you're visiting family, friends, or whatever, you're just on a road trip and you want to stop and see a movie somewhere, it will be loading up the theaters that are in the area. So I'm guessing the further out of their way, the more it's loading up. So that if you're close by, you show like updates during the college football season. You'll see all those headlines, all that stuff. So this is all in the Uconnect app. You have your weather, shows you current weather, 3 to 6 hours, 5 day. So it shows you a lot of different things. You can change the location, so where you're going, you can see that current weather location. We got the weather map as well, shows you the weather in your area. You have the Sirius XM traffic alert, anything like that, traffic events, traffic overview. Also, you have the digital version of looking at like having your seat heater from low to high, stuff like that. Also for cooling, high and low as well. There's 2 settings, low and high, for both heating and cooling. Your SOS, if you're in trouble, blown tire, car accident, things like that, hit and run. You have those services you can activate by hitting the go. So if you want to set up the Wi-Fi hotspot that comes on these Uconnects, you can. I think it's going through your provider, going through SiriusXM Guardian, so on and so forth. And you have your mirror dimmer up here. So at nighttime you're driving, if you get a lot of reflection, you just turn that on. Of course, your radio, you have a particular radio station saved.
Yeah, get some love.
Things like that. Heated steering wheel, turn on high, or it only goes on high. You have your climate, you have your audio settings. Like I said, this has 19 speakers with surround sound. So this is surround sound right here. Then if I turn it off, as you can see, it's only 2 here and 2 here. So you turn it on, you have all of that sound coming in. Then also you can have a speed adjuster to where it gets louder as you speed up and lower as you slow down. Also, you got settings right here. Have your display. You can change the brightness of it, the theme, all that stuff. You can go from this. If you look at the back, I don't know if you can tell, but it changes. You have the Hellcat logo. If you can see that or not. You can have just like internal engine parts, stuff like that. I think it comes with the race tree right here. So the vehicle is inspired more performance-based than luxury, but there are a lot of future features in this car. And there's a lot of other stuff you can go through on here. It's just a lot. I just want to make the video a little bit shorter. So all these settings you can go through on your Dodge Charger. Just go to the Uconnect button. You get on, I think if you get on anything, you can, no, you can't. Sorry. So you go, sorry about that, I got a phone call. So you just go to settings and you can change your displays, all that stuff. Clock, if you want voice commands, all that stuff. It'll be brief, detailed, what have you, for when you're doing navigation and all that stuff. It talks to you. So now we're gonna go to the performance pages. We're gonna go to race options, and this is launch control. So right here, you can put the seatbelt on for safety. We'll do a light pull, but it's to show the launch control, how it works. And thing about it, the ground can be, as long as it's fairly flat, you're good. Now, the main thing is the steering wheel. The steering wheel cannot be cocked to the side, anyway like that. It has to be going facing straight ahead. If it's not facing straight ahead, launch control will let you know steering wheel must be facing straight in order to activate launch control. So I have it at 1200 RPM. I hit it. It says launch control activated. So to launch, vehicle must be in drive. So I have to put it in drive. Now it says to launch, press brake, and quickly apply throttle. So I'm on the brake. You see it's loading up. Now it's gonna let me take, and here we go. And there you go. That was launch control, guys. Now we're gonna do a walk around of the vehicle. All right, guys, so as you saw, that was the launch control. It works a lot better with better tires and suspension setup, but that's how it is on a stock 392 Daytona Charger. So out to the walk around, here we go. All right, guys, so this is the Dodge Daytona 392 2018. I painted my 6-piston Brembo calipers in the front and also changed the name from Brembo to say Daytona, just because my car is the Daytona. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then I changed the back to put the engine size, which is 392, as you can see. The wheels are 9.5-inch rims all around with 275/40 ZR20 Pirellis. I like the car. I like the lines. As you can see, the lines are nice. I also added a rear diffuser, 5-inch carbon exhaust tips. Did a little bit of extra little things to it, as you can see. But this is my 2018 Dodge Daytona. All right, guys. So that was my Dodge Daytona 392 2018 edition. Hope you guys found the information I put out in the video informative and useful. I'm not in any way trying to sway you to buy a Charger or go out and test drive one, but if you like the car, give it a chance. Compare it to other four-door sedans for the price, the power, the luxury, the comfort, the safety features, everything. And the Dodge Daytona, or actually just the Dodge Charger 392, is literally second to none. So you guys stay safe out there. Continue practicing social distancing, keeping yourself safe, keeping your family safe. And you see, this is the distance I keep from me and my friends. They're way over there, I'm way over here. If we were closer, I'll put on my mask, which I have in my car. So you guys take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. I'll change Rick 92. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, here's some more videos you can check out. Before you do that though,
hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. So this way you're notified when we post out awesome new content. Go Jags!